Hello, hello. Excuse me for that. Just clearing the throat a little bit. Welcome to whoever is watching. I'm not sure if anyone's connected. But if you are, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. We're gonna start. I'll be honest, I don't have much of a plan for today. I put this together in a little bit of time that I had. It's been crazy at work these past 2 weeks. You have no idea. So I've had honestly it's been like the roughest time of the year so far. I really want to get to daily shorts, but I haven't found the time. Hey, welcome, Tritz. So hopefully we'll find the time soon. Hello, Boomsley. Welcome to the stream. So what I thought we could do today, if you have questions, of course, we can do a Q&A as well. Just send them to the chat, and I'll be answering them. But I imagine this one will be a bit slower than the last one that we did. So, like, the idea that I had we could do is I could go through my old videos, the ones that I will cringe a lot about, and just look for contraptions and see if we can recreate them with the modern Redstone. And also, I know a lot more about Redstone than I did before. So yeah, I thought it could be a fun idea to start with like the farms and the tutorials that I have, and maybe if we have time, we can go even through the Let's Play videos, which are very long. We're not gonna watch them per se in the stream, but we can just like look at the contraptions and make like newer versions of those. Will you be interested in that? Otherwise, we can maybe tour the world, the Redstone world that we have here. I have a lot of contraptions, a lot of unfinished ones mostly, but yeah, there are cool concepts around. How are the audio levels, by the way? Is the music good? Is the voice good? Anyways, let me open the YouTube channel so that we can watch, or we can see what the videos are. No, I don't want YouTube Studio. Okay, YouTube channel, there we go. Let me see if I can stream it. Everything is great, thank you so much, Poop. I appreciate that. Alright, so... Oh wow, I've posted a lot. Dang. So apparently I have 305 videos in YouTube. I assume that also counts the shorts. Alright. I think Crafty Masterman is also streaming, which is really bad luck with the timing. Anyways, let's see. How do I present this? Oh, there we go. That was easy. Maybe I'll cut it. I don't know if I can do that. Oh, I moved something. You know what? I don't know how to cut it, so we're gonna do it like that. So my first video ever was this Let's Play episode 1. It was quite some time ago, 5 years ago. If I'm totally honest with you guys, I don't remember what I did in most of these videos. I made those while I was in high school. So yeah, I used to play a lot of Minecraft back then, and honestly, I don't remember much about them. I remember this one. I had fun recording this one, I think. But yeah, those are probably super cringy. I think we should start with the farms, with the tutorials. So the first tutorial that I ever posted was because one of my friends actually told me that it would be better if I posted tutorials. They would do much better than the Let's Plays. And they were right. They were totally right. I mean, look at this. 3.2k views compared to 16 views from the episode before. So that's fun. And the first tutorial I did was about a mushroom farm, a brown mushroom farm, a really simple one, to be honest. So maybe we'll start with that one. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work anymore because they changed like some things with how the honey blocks interact with entities. There we go, we're back again in Minecraft. So I think we can do better right now. The original farm, what the concept was, basically, it was a semi-automatic or semi-manual farm. You would plant a brown mushroom on a puzzle block, and then the farm would be constantly dispensing bone meal onto the brown mushroom, and then it eventually would grow, and some TNT would constantly be falling down so that it would blow up the upper part of the mushroom, and you'd only need to like mine like 3 blocks of the stem, if I remember correctly. Now I did see that some of you commented on that video about a fix for the TNT blasting part. Let's actually find a place here that is free. So otherwise we're gonna run into other contraptions, and that would be fatal. So probably around here, I think. Yeah, this world is so big now. We have a lot of stuff. By the way, if you have questions about the shorts, because I know most of you come from the shorts, just let me know. I haven't been able to answer most comments lately. I really want to go through every video like as soon as possible to answer and reply to every comment that I've missed, or at least most comments that I've missed. So hopefully this weekend, if I'm not too busy, I have to work tomorrow, which is why we're streaming so late today. Yeah, normally I don't have work on Saturdays. Well, I do, but not formally. This week I did. It's been a crazy week. So yeah. Anyways, let's actually try to fix the TNT part with the suggestion. Also, by the way, it's never a good idea to design redstone on camera, because yeah, I get distracted. Like I'm trying to read the chat, and then I'm trying to think, and then I'm trying to like talk about what I'm doing. So it's a lot of things in my brain. A lot of things from my little brain that I have to pay attention to. Anyways, the original TNT blast chamber, like I know it by heart. I have built it so many times. Would you join a Minecraft hardcore server? Me and my friend are planning on starting one and making it public. That's so cool. Yeah, honestly, I've never played hardcore. Well, I actually have played twice, but I died like in less than 10 minutes probably. I'm great at survival when it doesn't matter if I die. Like I can do so many farms and so many things super easily, right? Like I'm so used to beating the dragon, for example. But when it comes to hardcore, it's exactly that. It's hardcore. I would probably die in no time, to be honest. Once you die in game, it's over entirely. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I think the last time I played hardcore was probably like 3 months ago. No, a bit more than that. Probably like 6 months ago. With a friend. And my friend died like in a minute, so we didn't even count it, and we changed the server to normal survival, because yeah, it's hard. But yeah, I would consider joining, depending on what the server is about. I don't have much time right now, to be honest. As I said, I have a lot of work. And well, this YouTube thing, we'll see how it goes. Apparently, people are interested in watching the shorts and everything. So maybe I'll have more time, but we'll see. Also, apparently I am allowed to offer memberships, I think, and also super chats or whatever that is, which is exciting. In the last stream, many of you commented and suggested that I should start a server of my own, like for people to get in, and it would be fun to make it a technical server, but it didn't have to be, or it doesn't have to be a technical server. It can be just a normal server, a normal SMP. And it would be very fun to have a proper dedicated server for you in the community, like to get on. I would obviously not get on as much as I would like, but I would get on to watch what people do. So maybe now with memberships I can actually pay for it, because I don't have money for that. We'll see if people are interested. If you're interested, just let me know, and I can think about it. Okay, so yeah, we're doing the thing. I said I know this by heart, and now I'm forgetting how it goes. So actually, we might be able to see it in the picture. No, you can see nothing in the thumbnail. Okay. I think hardcore servers die quickly because if someone dies, they cannot play anymore. Yeah, that's a problem with hardcore servers. Like, it's fun to play maybe hardcore like once or twice in a multiplayer, but like with a few friends. But yeah, I think most people die like off the bat, right? It's only the really good people that can survive for a few days or even longer. Oh shoot, I activated the thing. It's gonna blow up. Okay. Yeah, I should probably leave this separate until we have finished the whole thing. So we have this thing, right, like so. And we have the minecart, which should be here, the TNT. I was wondering what resource pack you use for redstone. It's called Vanilla Twigs. You can see it here. Vanilla Twigs, I made 2 instances of that. The first one is the one that I use like all the time, and it has stuff like the hoppers. Oh shoot. There we go. So it tells you what direction the hoppers are facing, and it shows you when the observers are powered, and also the direction on the sides and the direction of the droppers. And for example, it shows you if a piston is sticky from the sides, right? And then I have this extra one that I did, which is useful indicators. And that one is for everything else that I wouldn't use in survival. Like for example, the redstone dust, the signal strength levels. I think I have for the node blocks to see the nodes. I have, let me think, what else? Oh, the composters. The composters and cauldrons. It tells me which level they're at, and also ores. It highlights them. It's a pretty fun pack, actually. It's pretty useful. You can go to vanillatwigs.net, I think it's called. vanillatwigs.net, like that. And yeah, you can select which packs to include, right? And they have a ton of them. And then additionally, I have this one that is called Redstone Twigs by Redstone. I basically deleted everything from it except for the droppers and dispensers to show me when they're powered or not. Like if it's powered, it shows these red dots. It's pretty cool. It's pretty useful to make redstone. Yeah, send me a Discord invite. That's fine. Oh, it's okay. See you. Thank you for stopping by at least a little bit. Hey, welcome, Christian Place. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. If not, I'm so sorry. Welcome to the stream. We are trying to modernize the very basic farms that I did when I started my channel. So right now we're gonna try to like remake this mushroom farm. And I was trying to figure out how I did the TNT part for it. I should probably check it, but I'm really I'm sure I know how I did it. I just have to remember, right? So I think it was something like this, and then we have the timer. Yeah, doing redstone on camera is so hard. So yeah, we'll see how the stream goes. Hopefully it's something entertaining. If you have any suggestions of what we should do, if any contraptions that you would like to see, just let me know through the chat. We can discuss it. If you have any questions about the shorts or questions in general about myself or anything really, just let me know as well. The stream is not planned to be specifically a Q&A like we did last time, but we can answer some questions for sure. All right, so that's the timer. And I think it went like that. I think we had like 5 items inside of there. I think we had like a redstone torch maybe. And then this, 4 ticks, 2 ticks. We activate that. Block there, redstone here, and 5 items there. And then we had 4 honey blocks, and if I remember correctly, the TNT fell down like 10 blocks, and then it blew up. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And I'm pretty sure that doesn't work anymore. Like if we activate this, it will start duping the TNT. And it goes way past that, right? And that's because they changed the interactions with the honey blocks. And someone in the comments left a suggestion that if we added like powder snow somewhere, it fixed the TNT. Oh wow. It almost works, it seems like. Do I have particles disabled? Yeah, I have been using the Redstone one, but it does not have full access, so I wanted to know what yours was. And for Redstone ideas, since I've been doing tests and lecterns with book powers, I was going to test if I can make a book a key to a door. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we can try to do that for sure. Let's see, particles. So I should have all selected. Do we have anything in performance? Fog occlusion? It seems like we do. Why are we not seeing any TNT explosion things? It is working. Oh, we blew up the powder snow. Okay, so it doesn't exactly work. I have my suspicions that it was blowing up like too high. So it should blow up around here, but I think it's blowing up around here. So maybe if we change this to be here, that could work. Oh, it works perfectly. Okay. Yeah, it's not exactly 10 blocks. I think it might be 10 and a bit, but that's perfect. Okay, so that's a good fix. We're definitely gonna make a video about that sometime. The next thing. This is what put me in the map, by the way. And that's a big exaggeration, right? Like, it gave me like 300 subscribers at the time or something like that. Which was amazing. It's been a while since I've done anything like this. Okay, so Now the proper farm. I've done a couple of mushroom farms in the past. Have you considered Bedrock Redstone? I don't do Redstone in Bedrock. I've tried it, and I actually have a contraption that I made a video about for Bedrock, and it was the we can check it out actually. So if we scroll a little bit, we should encounter the elevator that I did. It was a while ago. Oh, here we go. 3 years ago. Yeah, I made this bubble baiter, which you can select like the floor you want to go to and everything. It had like an indicators and everything. And I tried to make it for Bedrock, or at least a version for Bedrock that worked in Bedrock or Java alike. And it was so freaking hard. I'm so used to Java Redstone, and Bedrock works very differently. So relearning every single mechanic was not fun. I can tell you that. So that's the first and last time I did that. So now I stick only to Java, unfortunately. I know many of you are from Bedrock. Like I get comments about Bedrock every single day, every single video. And yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I will retake Bedrock Redstone or retry it, because I'm so used to Java, and I do think like the possibilities are way broader in Java than in Bedrock. Bedrock might be easier if you're beginning with Redstone, because it doesn't have like quasi connectivity or the comparator update detectors, bots. All of that is not something that Bedrock or it's easy to do in Bedrock, and you wouldn't encounter that if you're like starting with Redstone. But for more technical things and for more advanced things, I don't think Bedrock like cuts it. It's way more versatile if you do the Redstone in Java, right? PC better because you can play both. Yeah, I can play both. I just really only play Java as of late. Anyways, I got distracted and I don't remember what we were gonna check out. Oh, the mushroom farm, right? So apparently I still have it. Oh, never mind. This is another farm. It's probably in massive block moving farms. Do you know much about entity usage in compact Redstone? I'm assuming you mean like Enderman and like boats and non cards in piston doors. I know a little bit. I have seen like a lot of videos and creations from other people. I don't use as many entities in my contraptions. Like the most of the entities that I use are probably items, shulker boxes or shulker mobs from time to time, armor stands, and that's about it. But yeah, I do a little bit. Like if you have any questions about it, we can see if I can figure it out. Oh, here it is. So I hope this is the right farm, because I used to have a world dedicated to this farm specifically, where you can see it working, but apparently here it's empty, so hopefully it works. The way this one works is by placing mushrooms there, and it pushes them, and then it pushes the top part with a fly machine. Obviously the goals of this farm are different from the other one. This one stores the brown mushroom blocks and the stem blocks as blocks to be mined with Silk Touch later. But maybe we can consider something of that instead of just the TNT. We'll see. Yeah, and this one has support for both types of mushroom. We can do red mushroom as well. Plus it has a bone meal farm there. So here on this side we can also produce red mushrooms. They have to be reshaped a lot to be able to get them out. But this farm was so much fun to design, honestly. It's one of my favorite farms to this day. and I probably made it like years ago, like 2-3 years ago. I should make a railgun. Interesting, like with arrows. We could explore that idea for sure. So I guess railguns usually use TNT, right? A lot of you seem to be very interested in TNT mechanics. In the comments, I see you in the comments. Like you're always asking about TNT. Right now I don't remember what's the most commented thing. Probably TNT in unloaded chunks or in lazy chunks, which is coming to the shorts. I've just been like super busy. I've not been lazy. So yeah, it's been harder for me to post videos daily. Hopefully I can get back to that rhythm. It's very heavy, but once I get to my masters, it's gonna be even harder. Right now work is what's keeping me busy. But yeah, I've seen that people are still a bit interested in the videos, even if they're not daily. So that brings me a little bit of hope, at least. Anyways, let's make this farm real quick. We're not gonna modernize it a lot because apparently you are interested in some more interesting stuff. So yeah, we're gonna try to modernize this farm really quickly, and then we'll explore the ideas that you have, at least a little bit, right? Who does not like the construction? TNT, right? Yeah, it's so fun. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so let's see. So the TNT should blow up there, right? That means we have to limit the growth of our mushroom. Let me do a quick Google search. So I don't really remember how tall mushrooms can grow. Height of big brown mushroom. Minecraft. I know I'm making like a huge compendium of mechanics and stuff in the shorts, but to remember everything is so impossible. I remember like the things that I use the most. But for example, things like this, how tall a mushroom grows, they just slip my mind, right? 5 to 7 blocks tall, and I know they can be doubled or something. Extra tall, yeah, they can reach heights of 9, 11, or 13. Okay, so it's times 2 minus 1. So for example, 5 times 2, it's 10, minus 1 is 9, and then 11 or 7 times 2 is 14, minus 1 is 13, and the one in between, which is 6, it's 12 minus 1, 11. So that's the mechanic that works, or that uses. I should explore traps. I've seen a few people that do traps in my comments, so apparently they are finding my shorts useful. I think it was someone named Shadow MC or something. They leave comments very, very often. Oh, I shouldn't have removed that because now I need to recount again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So there. Alright, so we're gonna use the shortest mushroom because it's gonna use more bone meal, but it's gonna be easier to control, right? So 2, and this is just because we're trying to make this fast. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Was it 7? 9. Okay, it was 9. So like that. And TNT can blow up blocks, 8 blocks in a radius. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, we're safe for the dirt. It does mean that we're gonna have to get some of those blocks out, which is already an improvement over the previous version. Sulfur cube traps. I haven't seen those, I don't think. I know you can use the new like TNT sulfur cubes, kind of like to time TNT, which you can already do with TNT, but it's super complex. So maybe sulfur cubes will make it a little bit easier. They do blow up like a smaller area than TNT, right? So it's gonna be hard to get a lot of sulfur cubes to reliably blow up where you want. But I bet it's doable. I bet it's doable. I'm waiting for the proper release to come out before I actually test sulfur cubes better, right? Those aren't even a thing. What is not a thing? Oh, yeah. So I place normally you place the piston and it looks toward you, right? I have this thing called Tweaker. It's a mod. This thing, and it has a bunch of things. And if you look for placements, it has a bunch of options, right? And I have if we can see this, I think it might be in tweaks. There you go. Accurate block placement, I have it as true, and flexible block placement, I have it as true. And then I have left alt, and also control and left alt to place them like facing the opposite way. I also have the key C. So if I press C, it places them the opposite way as it would normally place them. And I also can toggle this like overlay to place them in whichever direction I want. Right? So it's pretty useful. It's pretty useful. Yeah, TNT sulfur cubes do exist. I already played a little bit with them. Redstone ones don't. Redstone ones don't. Yeah, I know redstone ones don't. But well, I cannot show you because I'm not in the version. But like, you can place the sulfur cube, the TNT sulfur cube, and then you can activate it with redstone, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I bet you have TNT sulfur cubes in both versions. I'm pretty sure. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So we should place an obsidian blocks somewhere around here. I think it goes either here or here. We're gonna test both. You have a test world and it doesn't work. I'm pretty sure the TNT sulfur cubes came out like in one of the more recent snapshots. So if you have the test world in one of the first ones, they won't work in there. You have to update it to one of the more recent ones. Do you think we should use the same method that we used before, like with the wall? Maybe we'll use glass instead. There are so many methods to detect when a mushroom or a tree have grown. My favorite has always been like glass or walls, just because it's easy. But there are a bunch that are super fast or faster farms. The one of that detects if the push limit of a piston is exceeded is really fun, but it's really complex. And it's not compact. But yeah, it's super fast. So that's the benefit, I guess. Anyways, we're gonna use the same trapdoor trick just because it was a fun trick to use. I have been thinking of either adding your daily ideas to my world and crafter ideas or magic. Well, cool. I don't know what you mean with magic. But yeah, crafting setups, automatic crafting setups are super fun to do. Should we use the same toggle state? I guess we're gonna use the same toggle state. I don't like using toggle states anymore as much, like speeding blocks from pistons, but sometimes they're useful for like compact things. Okay, there we go. It worked. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. Oh, the minimum was 5. I thought it was 9, but that's the taller one. Okay, so the minimum is here. And then we have to move the farm upward probably. YouTuber crafter, day idea, some redstone axe, like magic. YouTuber crafter. Oh, Crafty Masterman, do you mean? I don't know any YouTuber named Crafter, but I'm not familiar with most YouTubers, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're gonna have to move this. A little bit to there, I think. And then, oh, but we get into issues. I think we might be fine. We're gonna test it if everything blows up, and that's part of the fun, right? Actually, I don't want to build it again, so we're gonna clone it first. Just in case, right? Yeah, Crafty Masterman is fun. He's very talented, for sure. And he has a great community. I haven't watched his latest video, I don't think. It's not the same one. This one is called Axiom, but it's really useful. It makes it super easy. It's this one right here, Axiom. And yeah, you have a ton of tools. Like for example, you can have saved hotbars apart from your usual saved hotbars that vanilla Minecraft supports. You have an editor, which I don't know how to access if I'm totally honest with you. But you also have these tools right here, which are really cool. And these are the ones that I use the most. I also use Lightmatica. I will show you in a minute what is useful for, apart from like loading in schematics, because there's a function that I use a lot as well. Why did I start doing redstone? That's a really good question. I don't know. I think I've always been inclined to like mixing creativity with technical stuff. For example, for a while I became an editor of After Effects, or an After Effects editor, using Adobe After Effects. For a while I became a 3D modeler in Blender and animator. So I've always kind of liked those things, and Minecraft seemed like a fun game to get into. I started playing Minecraft like long ago. In the last stream we were talking about this. I think it was around 10, when I was 10 years old. I didn't start with Redstone right away. But eventually I found out that Redstone was amazing. I started doing like this block houses, like, you know, it's just a box of a house, and you made them with diamonds or iron or any block that looked very ugly. And then I put like lighting systems. I did lighting patterns, and that's how I got into redstone. This is the first redstone that I used to do, and then eventually I found out that I couldn't do this like forever, and so I found about repeaters, and repeaters had a delay, so I could also add patterns in how the lights turned on. And that was all the redstone I did for a while. Eventually I started getting into pistons and stuff. And yeah, I left Minecraft for a while. I came back in the honey update, I think. And that's when I really got into redstone. I was probably still in elementary school when that happened. But I was already studying like electronics, technical electronics and stuff. So yeah, I've always been very technical, if I'm honest with you. In real life, I'm a mechanical engineering. I'm a mechanical engineer, sorry, and I also have a minor in mathematics and all that. So yeah, I just like this nerdy stuff, to be honest. That is so real, yeah. Okay. So we're gonna detect when the tree or when the mushroom has grown with this block, and then we're gonna power this piston and then this piston. We're gonna use observers for that, honestly. We don't need more than that. I'm not gonna be careful about not using redstone, to be honest. We probably can do that with just one of them. Like that. You started around 2nd grade? Yeah, I started really early on. Still not good. I bet you have your moments. Everyone does. It's a matter of practice, to be honest. Like everything, I guess. We'll maybe do 3 just in case. Although we are getting in blast territory, so we might lose those pistons. We'll see. Should we do... I guess we'll do dirty redstone, to be honest. I don't want to get too technical with this. So we're just gonna do this, see if it works. The first part of the process when doing redstone is definitely just seeing if your idea works. Then if it works and you have a good idea, you can start like... Oh, right, we're redirecting the redstone. Terrible rookie mistake, my bad. Then you can start like optimizing it and making it compact and all. But yeah, first, make sure it works. And apparently I made a clock. And I know why. It's fine. The reason why I made a clock is because we need a little bit of a monostable there. Like that. Now let's get rid of our mushroom. We don't need this obsidian. That's a slow clock. Let's make it a fast one. Oh, never mind, it worked. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna need a piston again. That is fine. No, we have to go like that. Or maybe like this. No, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this is why it's not good to make redstone on camera. I forget even the basic things, right? Like I'm so concentrated in chat. Why is that a slow clock? Okay, it mostly works. We need to power this piston as well. And it should be working now. Okay, that's a fast clock. There we go, it works. And now we just need to make it so it activates the TNT when we turn the farm on. I can barely build a double extender. To be honest, piston extenders are hard. Like the basic one, it might be the only one that is like really easy. But double piston extenders are somewhat hard. I did make once this like infinite piston extender. Actually, I should have it in this world. Maybe we'll look for it. It should be somewhat recent, and I've shown it in shorts, but I haven't actually covered it properly because I don't really know how to frame it yet. I haven't had the time to like plan out the upcoming shorts. I have like 2 or 3 reading out the proper script, but like before I used to do like 5 or 6 one day and then record them throughout the week. I haven't been able to do that lately. It's a shame, I know. Oh wow, I think we've gone in a circle and I haven't seen it so far. Should be around here, I'm pretty sure. Is that it? No, that's a conveyor. These are tile sets. That's another conveyor. Or a piston bolt, I mean. Do you get lost in my world? I mean, I think you have the answer to that. Look at this. I cannot find a freaking single contraption. Yeah, and this is not the only world I have, by the way. This one is just the one that I use currently, but I have like 4 of this at least. I have one for specifically for tree farms, and that one is a mess as well. But they say that smart people are not organized, so you know that gives me hope. Yeah, no, I'm not smart. I'm just disorganized, I guess. Generally, I don't know where it is. Holy cow! You know where I will find it a little bit easier? In the world that I use for the shorts. I'm pretty sure. This one is way more disorganized, but it has fewer things, right? So I love this door. Oops. Just getting distracted, I know. It's not the fastest door, but it's so cool. Anyways, and it's seamless from either side except for the obsidian. If you have 2 redstone on the floor, 2 pistons connecting to each other, 2 redstone on the floor, 2 pistons connecting to each other, and an observer facing inward with a piston facing up being powered by an observer, you can get it more compact. It's a 3x3, yeah. You mean the double extender? I have no idea how to follow that, but let's try. So 2 redstone on the floor, I assume like that. 2 pistons connecting to each other. Like that? Or I guess it's a double extender, so I would assume that, right? An observer facing inward with a piston facing up, and an observer facing inward like this with a piston facing. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, you mean this, right? Yeah, I showed this in the Redstone Basics series already. It's a pretty common way to make double extenders as well. You can also do this like that, and they also work. Yeah, this one is very common as well. Unfortunately, you do need to give it a, I think a 8 gating pulse doesn't work for this. Yeah, it leaves 1 piston. So you have to make an extender for them before that. I'm getting distracted, I know, but hopefully this is interesting. So a very simple extender that you can do is this. You have a repeater on 4 ticks and then 1 set to 2. And then you can send the pulse and it works. Just a curiosity thing. They are both on the side of the redstone. It's universal. Yeah, I'm hoping you mean those. Oh, the fireball one is so hard to set up. I know it's universal and I know it's super small, but it's so hard to set up. Maybe I will do one in the future, but honestly, I'm not that into entities in Redstone, so I need to freshen up on how to make that. Also, I would need to cover how to get a static fireball first in survival, right? Anyways, we were looking the infinite extender, right? So let's find it. Oh, here it is. This is an infinite piston extender, and you can see it's not compact because honestly you cannot get it much, or well, very compact to be honest. But if you flick the lever here, you can see that sea lantern gets pushed all the way, and then backwards it gets retracted. And this can be extended like forever. It's really cool. It is based on the mathematical principle that I think Matt Bowings showed once, but I made my own version and it's a bit faster than his. It's really cool. It's really cool, honestly. But yeah, if you want like more compact versions of piston extenders, for the retractions is easy because you can just like spam up servers and it eventually retracts. But for the extension is a bit harder and they get so big. So yeah, it's sometimes better to use fly machines even though they're slower. Or at least in the retraction, they're faster. You should make a short about... Oh, I already read that. I found your channel from searching how to make a double piston extender. Really? That's cool. You should run a server for Redstone. And make a Discord. I have a Discord. It's actually linked in the description, I'm pretty sure. In the description of the live stream right now. I would love to make a server for Redstone. If people are interested in like memberships for the channel, I might be able to start one like without much of an upfront cost. Sorry. Cause yeah, I don't have the money to maintain a server right now. But yeah, if people are interested in memberships, I just unlock them. And we could discuss a server. I could put like a bit of money into it and then people can access it, the memberships. But it would be hard. I would love like at some point making a proper like free server, but I don't think we're yet there. We're there yet, sorry. And yeah, there's a link. I'm blind. No worries, no worries. Apparently I'm messing up my English, which is weird. It happens when I'm concentrated in many things at once, to be honest. Alright, so yeah, let's finish this up and then we'll get to the suggestions, because I think we might be like an hour into the stream. Yeah, exactly an hour. Well, an hour and 6 minutes. A little bit less because I didn't start exactly at the 8:15. I think I started 8:25 maybe. But pretty much an hour, to be honest. So yeah, we don't want this like that. We might change the trapdoor to be on this side. And actually a piston would be nice instead. And then we'll use a lever to turn it on and off. And then a redstone tower. What is my most complicated build? That's a hard question, because like I don't remember all of my builds, to be honest, and I have lost some of the ones that I did early on when I had most or when I had more time to play Minecraft, right? But some of the later ones, some of the recent ones, I can actually show you. So let's find them. I realize most of the stream is gonna just be me flying around the world trying to find stuff. Oh, thank you, Chaos. Yeah, 12k subs, it's crazy. And to think that we were at 7k like a couple of weeks ago, it's crazy. Apparently the rate has been going up, which is cool. But also, it has kind of stalled a little bit this past 2 weeks because I haven't posted like daily shorts as I used to. Hopefully, I can get to that again soon. One of the more complex ones that are recent is this one. Time flies, yeah. Especially when you're busy doing stuff. And this is a crafter for components. Like it crafts 18 components, 18 redstone components on demand. And you can request them and they will start appearing here after a little bit. And yeah, you put shulker boxes of ingredients in here. And then it requests ingredients when the crafters are low on ingredients. And if the shulker boxes run out, it tells you that you're low on ingredients. It also stops when the chests are full, so you can leave it running without any issues. It is not the fastest because this is just like the first prototype. I don't think I will work on a second prototype or a second version anytime soon, but it's very cool. And you can request components, like more than one component at once. For example, let's request all of those. And yeah, it will start crafting all of those components. It takes a little bit to start crafting because it has to send the signal and everything. It basically encodes each of the component into a hexadecimal signal with this circuit right here and that circuit right there. And then it also encodes the ingredients for the requests on another hexadecimal signal down here. So yeah, there we go. We have rails and we should have target blocks. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. And yeah, you can turn it off. And the basic premise is that you can leave this running in your world like for a while and you'll have all of your chests ready with components for you to use. But anyways, that's one. I also have, I guess I'm working on right now on a jukebox that is synchronized across the world, as long as it's in loaded chunks, right? That is still in development, so I haven't done much work on it. And that is for a commission for a person in Fiverr. If I can find it, it should be near here. There we go. Oh no, never mind. 200 comparators used to make 200 more comparators. Yeah, right? I mean, that's Redstone, honestly. That's crafter Redstone for you. You craft Redstone components to make a machine that crafts more Redstone components for you. This is the synchronized jukebox. You can have as many jukeboxes as you like in your world, and all of them will play the same disc. They have a randomized shuffling thing, like that is global for all of them. And then you can skip a song, you can replay a song, you can stop it, all of that. And they are all synchronized throughout the world, right? I'm still exploring a way to transfer a hex signal. I know I can use instant comparators, but then like it gets messy with curves and everything. So I'm still exploring. I could use wireless redstone, but I don't want to get into binary just because of space. Like this is already big. And if I do a binary encoder and decoder, it can get a little bit bigger, right? But yeah, that's another one. I made that blackjack thing a while ago. This is a blackjack game, completely automated against the dealer for 3 players. It's obviously not the best optimized redstone. But yeah, this is another complex one, I guess. So yeah, those are some of the most complex ones that I've worked recently, that I've worked on recently. I'm pretty sure I have a few other big projects. I've done a bunch of storage systems as well. I just don't have them here. I have them in older versions and newer versions as well to try the copper golems. I don't like copper golems, to be honest. Have I considered beating records? I haven't. I know there's a bunch of records for like piston doors. To be honest, those seem like they would take like a long time to beat a record. And yeah, I don't have that kind of time, to be honest. It would be fun to try sometime, or to think of a record that has never been beaten and then beat it like for the first time. That would be fun, actually. Oh shit. There we go. I'm gonna go now. Goodbye. This stream was nice. No worries. Goodbye. Thank you for stopping by. It was fun. They are big. Must be a pain to build in survival. Yeah, for sure. Basically, you made all of these builds, right? Yeah, I don't like copying things from other people. I can base myself from ideas that other people have done before and stuff, but I don't like to copy them. So I like to figure out things by myself. Oops, it blew up. It blew up. I knew that would happen, honestly. If you're working with TNT, this will happen like all the time to you. Like you have to make backups over backups over backups because you're gonna find items on the floor very often. Anyways, let's get on to some of your suggestions because I think that's gonna be a bit more fun than this. So let me scroll up through the chat. Okay, Alex, you mentioned a key for a door, or using a book as a key for a door. That's actually not that hard. It depends on what you're trying to do with the key. Like you mentioned the lectern. I assume you want a specific page of a book, right? So if we get a book, unfortunately you can only do this for 15 pages. So you cannot have more than 15 because otherwise you get like double signals or the same signal for more than one page. We're just gonna write hola. So that's one of the methods, and it's actually super easy to do. Let's see if I can figure it out right now. So you basically want this comparator to detect a specific signal strength, right? So let's make it so that the password is 5, right? So we need that this comparator subtract 4 from this comparator, and we can do this with non-stackables. So by the way, this is a 4 in a barrel. You can do more. There's a pattern that shows from 15 to 30. I guess you can do more if you take also the signal from the lectern. That's what I can think of right now, but maybe there's a method that I haven't thought of. If you if you know any, I would love to hear about it. So we have this. And there we go. Whenever you have more than 5, it will turn off. When you have 5, it will turn on. When you have less than 5, it will turn off, right? It's really simple. Just you subtract a signal strength from this. The repeater is processed before the comparator, so you'll never get a shorter signal if the signal goes beyond. So yeah, that's how you do that for one single lectern. If we were to have more than 15 pages, like let's do 19, right? Or 20. You can see that page 1 is 1, page 2 is 1 as well, page 3 is 2, page 4 is 3, page 4 and 5 are 3. So that's the problem with this. So lecterns also give a signal when you change the page. You can see there, it's a 2 game tick signal, I think. Or maybe, yeah, I think it's a 2 game tick signal. So you could count those pulses rather than doing that. It's a bit harder. I think I would have to think about this a bit more. Be able to use it in a proper contraption. Would someone be able to use a 15-page book to crack the code? For this like super easy one, yes. But for example, one thing that you can do is you can make like a proper combo lock, right? Like you can have multiple of this, and then for example this one we can set it to 6, right? So this is a 5 in a barrel, and then this one we can set it, I don't know, to 1. So this is 0. This one we can set it to, let's do 14. So this is a 13 in a barrel. And then this one would have to be in a 5. This one would have to be in a 6. Page 6. This one page 1, which is already on that. And then this one on page 14, right? Page 14. And then just connect this with an AND gate. Oops. Like that. Then redstone torch. And there we go. If any of this is in the wrong page, then the system is not active. And it's a bit harder to crack it, right? Depends how many books you have for your lock, I think. The more books, the harder to crack. Yeah, there you go. This is exactly that, right? You can have more. How can you make hoppers to be faster? Example, I'm using a bamboo farm with hopper minecarts going into a hopper, but the hoppers reaching the chest are really slow, like 1 item per second. Well, actually, hoppers do 2.5 items per second. Unfortunately, a hopper cannot be made faster, or cannot be, yeah, cannot be faster. So if you have more items coming in, you need more hoppers. That's basically it. Like, that's always the bottleneck. For example, 4 hoppers and you can align a minecart, right? This is just an example of something that you can do. There are a bunch of ways to tackle this problem. So we align the minecart so that it touches the 4 hoppers. And then you have 4 times hopper speed on loading time, right? And it's way faster than a single hopper, but it's still a bit slow, right? Yeah, I guess you also have like parallel sorting. And parallel sorting, what it does is you basically have normal item sorters. Let's build some here. Right, this is a normal sorter, right? A simple impulse SB sorter, right? We're gonna change it a little bit so that we can get this hopper to be unlocked. So instead, what we're gonna do, something like that. And then we set our filters, so we're gonna use glass and we're gonna sort redstone dust, right? By the way, these changes are so that there's not a single item like buffered in one of the hoppers, which often happens. As you can see, all of the items go through this hopper. It's not necessary. It's actually easier to have it buffered because it's smaller. But then you can stack this. And then you can have, for example, packed ice and some water. And then some chests to align the items. There we go, perfect. And yeah, so you can sort like a lot of stacks of redstone at a time. Some of these will not get sorted. But yeah, as you can see, that got reduced by a lot. Like, we sorted all of these stacks at the same time. So you can also do that and have multiple sorters. And then if you want, you can like combine all of this, but like I guess the most convenient thing to do here is just to pack shulker boxes with them. And that's called parallel sorting, by the way. You should do a railgun next. Let's try making a railgun. I have no idea how this works, but let's try to make it. By the way, TNT explodes in a 30 tick delay. No, it's actually 80 game ticks. So, okay, if we put a TNT here, we tick freeze the game, and then we press the button, we can advance the game by 79 game ticks. And the TNT is about to blow up. Let's actually disable explosion damage, just so that we don't have to fix anything. Oh yeah, it's true. There we go. And if we step it one more tick, it's gonna blow up. So we're gonna step it by 1, and it blows up. So yeah, that's the delay that a TNT block has, or a TNT entity. Now for an arrow railgun, we're gonna need an arrow. We're gonna need to align that arrow. We're gonna need a bunch of TNT to align that TNT, and basically have it blow up so that it sends the arrow off, right? So we're gonna do that. Let me check on the chat. How do you switch between your different hotbars so quickly? I have saved hotbars here. You can save up to 9 in vanilla Minecraft, and Axiom allows you to have 9 more. I don't have the ones of Axiom set because I normally use the vanilla ones. I'm so used to these ones. I've used them for years already. And so I have my keybinds set to X. So if we, okay, here, load hotbar activators, so X, and then I have the save hotbar not bound, but normally it's C. And the reason I have it not bound is because sometimes I would press C by accident and I would unbound my current hotbar, right? So yeah, if I press X plus 1, I can access the 1. If I press X plus 2, I can access the second one, the third, fourth. The fifth one I have empty, so in case I have like things in my inventory, I can just clear them out real quick by pressing X5. X6 I have rail stuff, X7 I have water stuff, X8 I have stuff for TNT dupers, and X9 I have color coding stuff. So yeah, it's really useful. Why chests instead of honey? You're gonna use honey as well. It's just cheaper to use chests, I guess. Yeah, you can replace that with honey. And you can also replace it with ender chests. Or you can replace it with CP cools. Specifically 3 or 4 CP cools. It does align it a little bit farther into the block, so that would cause it so that they don't touch the ice. But if you have the water, then it doesn't matter too much. So yeah, the recommended thing is just chests or honey, to be honest. There's a bunch of blocks that you can use to align items. I want to make a video on like the hitbox of every item that is useful in Redstone, but it's a lot. So yeah, I need time to prepare it, I guess. And it's not going to be a short, it's going to be a long form because, as I said, there's a lot of things. Is there a world file for your builds? It depends which builds. The ones that I have videos for, like long form videos, there is a world file for each of them. For this one specifically, no, because it has a file size of like 1 point something gigabytes, and that would be hard to publish, and it grows every day, so yeah, it would be hard to post it. Maybe at some point we'll open a server or something. I have to look into opening a server for sure, but as I said, the limit right now is the monetary and economic side of things. Does anyone know if a hover minecart can be redstone blocked, or any idea that could possibly let me grab FRO lectern are put on. So far, I know nothing works. Just player use. Test it. Let me graph. Oh, for my lectern put on. I don't know what the lectern has to do with the hover minecart, but you can lock hover minecarts for sure. So you can use an activator rail. I covered this in one of the shorts, I'm pretty sure. So right now the hover minecart can pick up items, right? But then if we turn that activator rail on, then the hover minecart won't be able to pick up items. And it's basically disabled. And whenever you unlock that rail, items can be picked up again. So that's the way. That's the way to lock hover minecarts. I've always avoided normal chests because block entities, but yeah, any of the other ones. I guess, yeah, tile entities are a thing. They're not as laggy as they used to be before, so I don't mind them too much. But yeah, I guess if you're concerned of lag, then go for honey. Okay, so let's try the railgun. I guess we'll use my usual system, the usual system that I use with the TNT, or to dispense a lot of TNT. I think this has a capacity of like 50 something TNT. Honestly, I don't really remember. Most of my systems, I started making them like a while ago, and then I use them for the shorts on the date that I need them. Some of them I do make on the spot, the crappier ones. But most of them, like these advanced ones, I do make in advance, and then I forget. I don't know if it happens to you, but very often I forget what my redstone does. I need to like restudy it to refresh my mind. So we're gonna just copy this. Have you tried a 7x7 cave door? No, I haven't. Honestly, I don't do as many doors as people think. For some reason, people are always asking me about doors. But yeah, I'm not a door guy, to be honest. I do have a couple of fly machine doors because I like them. But like proper natural piston doors, I don't have as many. Where were we working on? There. I am building a trading hall that uses barrels for signal strength. Should I be worried of villagers attempting to claim the barrels instead of the intended workstations for them? Yes, you should be worried. In short, yes. There are a few nuances to that. Like, oh, goodness, that's gonna fire and break that. It's fine. Oh, actually, this is a great way to show you what I wanted to show you about like Limatica. Like with Axiom, you can probably edit stuff and you can like turn it with the proper editor. But I don't use the editor. I just use the quick things with this and these options. So instead, what I do is I create a temporary schematic. I actually have it already. It's called temp. And then I set it to area selection. I select the contraption that I want to modify. Right? And I press Ctrl C to copy it, and it creates a temporary placement of the contraption, and I can move it around, I can adjust it. And right now what I want to do is rotate it, so we're gonna place it around here, and I want to rotate it 180 degrees, so I press configure rotation 180, and there we go. And then we just go to paste schematic, and we just paste it, and it's super useful. It saves so much time. Dang it, I wanted to rotate it only 90 degrees. It's fine, we have space, I guess. Oh yeah, I was talking about the villager trading hall. I have like a lot of villager trading halls. I have made a lot of villager trading halls in my time. This is one of them. And yeah, if you're using signal strength, don't use barrels. I, for example, use barrels here, but they are far away enough from the villagers, and I am not using any fishermen, right? I'm just using strictly clerics and farmers and stuff that already have a profession. But if you're using fishermen's, or if you are setting the profession for the villagers within the trading hall, then yeah, avoid using barrels as much as possible. They will eventually like forget the workstation that they had selected if they're far away enough, right? But it takes time. Like, some villagers are so stubborn, it's so hard. So yeah, if you can avoid using barrels, just do it. You can use shulker boxes, it's a good alternative. They're still blocks. They're still tile entities, but I guess barrels are as well. Or you can use lecterns. You can use chests. I guess it's the least favorite option of redstoneers for some reason. Since barrels came out, I guess. You can use droppers. Those are probably the best ones. But yeah, avoid using barrels as much as you can. You can use pots, yeah. You can use pots, but pots are kind of like chests, I guess, in the rendering side of things. TNT minecarts explode more. Technically, they can explode more, but they also can explode the same as TNT. They have a random power for their explosion. Hoppers are laggy, but I can still use chests. Yeah. Don't use hoppers for signal strength. Yeah, don't. I don't like use hoppers either for signal strength. Hoppers are way more laggy than chests, for example, because they are always checking for things, for items like in the world, and even if you have containers, they are checking if that container is or has items in. You can use composters, which are better because they just have a block state rather than slots or MBT data. But still, the hopper will try to check if the composter has anything inside of it. And moreover, the hopper is always checking if it can put items inside of a container here. So yeah, hoppers are a bit more laggy. I wouldn't recommend them. Yeah, pots render like chests. Anyways, this is what we're gonna use for our TNT thing. Oops. Never mind. Dang it. As I said, if you're working with TNT, expect a lot of explosions in your redstone. Let's copy this thing. It's honestly so fun when something blows up in your face. It's part of the process, I like it. Dang it, it's... There's something wrong with that one. That might be an earlier version. It might not be the final one that I use. So maybe we'll try to use this one, which is the one that I use for the short. I know it works. Oh yeah, it's way different than that one. Never mind. Command Z, yeah. Hopefully that was something possible in Minecraft. I know I can do it with Axiom. But yeah, I'd rather copy it again. And the one that works. So let's get rid of this orange. This is the one that I used for the short. So I think this one should work. Yeah, this one works. Okay. All right, so yeah, we're gonna use this to align the TNT, and then we need to align the arrows, right? So I guess we're gonna use pistons. So why not? So let's do a very rough, very scuffed version of an arrow cannon. I don't want to get too heavy with it because, as I said, redstone on camera, never a good idea. Oh, I need a bow instead. You gotta go? It's fine, it's fine. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you get a great day, a great evening, or you sleep well, depending on your time. There used to be the Redden mod, but they haven't updated past 121.8. Redden mod. I don't know that mod. Let's look it up. Oh, that's interesting. Undo and redo, Control Z, Minecraft debugger, Redstone version control. So it's like a GitHub, but for Redstone, right? Well, kinda. That is very interesting. All blocks, block entities, and entities are undoable. Okay, block entities are undoable, unfortunately. But I guess it's still useful for some things. Undo is available only if that change is caused by a player, so explosions wouldn't work, I guess. Redstone version control, that would be useful. I know there's another mod that does this version control things, but I don't remember which one it is right now. It's a very recent one as well. I will look more into this. It sounds interesting. Let's look at the versions actually. Yeah, you're right. 1.21.8. Unfortunately, right now I'm playing in 1.21.4. By the way, is where I still have the crumb thing. There we go. 1.21.4 right there. Just because it's where I have most of my tools. But I do have versions in more recent versions and in the latest version as well. I'll try to check in tomorrow and have fun with the railgun. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess the better feature of it is Command C or Control C, depending on if you're in Mac or Windows. Okay, so arrows are there. I guess we need a button or something to activate the pistons, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna have an observer there for a monosable, and I took some of the arrows out. Yeah, that works perfectly. They should be perfectly aligned to the corner. Are they? Yeah, I think they are. Which is good because our TNT is aligned to the corner as well. So instead of having a TNT that will be dispensed from this, we're gonna activate with this button our system here. You thought it was 11? Yeah, it's 10 right now. I guess you're in the same time zone as me, because it's also almost 10 in my time zone. Oh, great, you can stay. I'm gonna use redstone. It's fine. As I said, this is a very scuffed version, like a very scuffed prototype of the thing. So we're gonna have this, we're gonna have that, probably this, some redstone there, and then we need a way to catch those arrows. I'm gonna catch them here. And I guess if we hit that button, it should work. We're gonna disable the explosions just in case, because this block is in the way of the explosion. It shouldn't matter because the explosions are localized to that ender chest, but just in case. It's always better to prevent. So carpet explosion block damage true. And we hit the button. We're gonna test it without arrows right now, but it should be working. So we just saw those pistons fire. Okay, let's test it with arrows. Oh, I need the bow. So let's make a platform for ourselves. Actually, we can just send here. Oh, never mind. We are able to pick them up. So there we go. Okay, then we align them, perfectly aligned. It looks like it was only one. Oh, never mind. I think we need to let them fall down as the TNT is blowing up. Okay, that's interesting. Too bad you're amazing at this, yet only 6 viewers and 12 likes. Oh, thank you so much for the kind words. Yeah, I guess there's not many people watching. I was... Well, I guess I already said this, but I tried to make the stream tomorrow at an earlier time, because I know like the European guys are awake like earlier. Unfortunately, I had to work tomorrow morning, so yeah, this was the time that I had free, unfortunately. So yeah, it is what it is, I guess. I am really interested in your trading hall design. Could you show us after the railgun? Thanks. Yeah, I can show you. That's just one of the ones that I've made. Some of them I have lost because they were on servers that don't exist anymore. But I also have one in my Let's Play world, if you want to see it. It's a different one. It's a completely different method and, I guess, structure. I think so. They won't take knockback when landed. Yeah. So I guess we'll catch them with this piston, and then we have to time it so that they are falling when the TNT is blowing up. I guess what we can do is we can disconnect this, we can trigger it, and we can see how many ticks they take before they are around here in this position. So let's do that. We're gonna step it. That would be 2, 4, 6 game ticks. Okay, they're aligned. And then we step it, I don't know, let's do 4. Oh. Okay, and then we'll do one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it takes 8 game ticks for them to land, plus the 6 game ticks of the circuit, so that's 14 game ticks. I'm gonna make a note in my notepad so I don't forget the values. Okay, and then we'll remove this. Take step 1. They should start falling 2 game ticks later, I think. 1, 2, and then 3, 4. Okay, 4 game ticks later, apparently. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so around 12 game ticks. Between 11 and 12, I guess. Okay. Now, one thing I want to check is if the hitbox of the arrow entity is at the bottom or at the center. I would imagine it's at the bottom because most hitboxes are, but we might need to check the code for this in a second. Let's do freeze. I would put like a zombie in front because it's so fast, sometimes it's hard to tell. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. We're gonna make a wall instead, just for now, and then we'll see if it is properly aligned. And if it is, then we'll test it with a zombie or something. I don't think there will be spread of the arrows, but just in case, we'll make this a bit wider. Oh. I think we are. Oh, never mind. We are live, it seems like. Oh, hopefully we are live. I don't know if we're disconnected or not. It's a message is showing that says that YouTube is not receiving enough video to transmit or something. I'm hopefully live because I don't know how to fix that. We were doing fine, and I don't have any dropped frames here in OBS, so you're still live. Okay, perfect. Cool, thank you. Okay, so arrows, right? So now we need to test how long it takes. How long it takes for the TNT to blow up, right? So I could just count the ticks, but honestly, I'm lazy right now, so I'm just gonna do it with tick freeze. So those are 4 game ticks before that observer fires. There we go, 5 game ticks because of the player input. So 4, and then we do another 4 for that repeater, and then that water should already start counting. So we'll do 4 and then 1 extra, so then 5. Okay, we're not gonna see that happening. We then do 2. Okay, observers are firing. Then we do 2 for the comparator. Dispensers are 4 more. There we go. Okay, so far we have 4, 5, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 4, that is 22. And then they should take 79. Oh, okay, it was less than that. Oh, because we already had step it once for the dispensers, right? Okay, so in theory, if we subtract 1, that should be right. So 22 plus 78, right? Hopefully that's correct. 90, so that's 100 exactly. Okay. We'll do tick on freeze just to reset everything. That is tick freeze again. We do that, we step it. 98 game ticks. Perfect. We step it once, we step it twice. Okay, so it's 101 game ticks because of the player input. Right, perfect. So now we need to subtract. So we need, that was 14 plus 12, that's 26 game ticks. 100 minus 26, that is 80. 74. So we need a big delay here before we release the arrows here. Okay, so 74 game ticks. We're just gonna do it manually with with repeaters, honestly. And we're also gonna do it with a torch there. So we said 76 was it, or 74? Dang it, that's why I write these things. We'll do 74, and then if we are missing 2 game ticks, we'll add them, right? So yeah, we're just gonna do it with repeaters. So 74 divided by 4, that is 1, and we have 34, that is 18. 18 repeaters, 19 for the other 2. So, okay. Yeah, this is the most scuffed railgun cannon. But hopefully it will work. So 2, 4, 6. So that would be 12. This would be 14, 16, 18, 20. How many did we need it? 19, right? Yeah. So we're gonna delete this last one and we're gonna use it for redstone. So that would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's 40. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. That is 36, so 76. This would be 74. 74. Oh, thank you, Boomsley. Hey, Saliki K is a good show. I have no idea what that is. I'm so sorry. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it, I was counting redstone ticks. As I said, doing redstone live. Oh man, it's so bad because you make so many rookie mistakes. Yeah, it's half of this because these are redstone ticks. We need game ticks. So we had 19 repeaters, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, 19 repeaters. So we need half of that. So 10 repeaters basically. 2, 4, 5. So we're gonna cut it here. 2, 4, 5. We're gonna cut it here. Oh, your profile picture. Yeah, I assume it's an anime thing, right? You like anime, right? 8 times 5, that's 40. And then 8 times 4, that's 32. So 72. 74. There we go. This is what happens when you do redstone on camera. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know much about anime, if I'm honest. Okay, so it was too low. We're gonna add some delay. Way more than that. I don't think this is gonna be enough still, but we're gonna try it. Yep. Okay, so we need more than that. I don't know why the math is not mathing, but right now I'm not gonna do the proper troubleshooting. Because I know math on camera is also a bad idea. Holy shit. Oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me for that bad word, that curse word. That was so fun. Okay, we're closer. We're closer. You saw that, right? You saw the arrows went flying there. Okay, much better, much better. We hit the wall that time, and look at that. They're perfectly aligned. That's so cool. Unless that was only one, which could also be a possibility. Okay, we went a little bit too low in that one. I think we're gonna need probably this. Yeah, the wall helps. There we go. There we go. I don't know if that's just one arrow or more than one. So let's pick this up, and then we'll do data get entity. Actually, this is not gonna work. That only gets from one. Can we look at those? Those are 4 entities. So yeah, 4 arrows. That means they are perfectly aligned, actually. So then we're gonna do two more game ticks, I guess, and then we're gonna try it, see if that will make a flatter trajectory. Nope. That is weird, because that launched them upward again. I don't know what happened there. I could do that, yeah. I could pick them up in survival. Holy cow, they're getting launched upward, right? Okay, let's reduce the delay again and see what is happening. Like, the alignment is good. The alignment is good. Okay, that was too little delay, so we're gonna add one. Actually, we're gonna add 2 just in case. That was how it worked, right? With 2 and 4 game ticks. So that works. It is not flat, but that works. Let's see. We're gonna tick freeze it. We're gonna make it advance. How much delay is this? 246 times 8, that's 48. 4 times 8, that's 32, that's 70, 80 game ticks, 84, 88, 80, 90. And then yeah, a bit over 90 game ticks. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It blows up at 11. And the position of the arrows is like that right now. And in 12, they get launched. In 1 game tick, they reach the wall. How cool is that? I assume that they will fall a bit farther down if we reduce this by 2 game ticks. but we're gonna check. It's either a bug or a timing thing. It could be. It could be. I don't think it's a bug. I wouldn't think it's a bug, but maybe. Okay, so right there, that looks like it could be a good alignment. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 game ticks. However, 11, it blows up at 11. And then if we step it, yeah, they get launched below the wall. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so we need 1 game tick of delay there. And fortunately, we can do that. So we're gonna remove one of the repeaters, I guess. We're gonna have some scaffolding, I guess. It's what we can use. This is gonna create a double trigger, but we don't care that much because it's just to align the arrows, right? So okay, this observer is the same as having this repeater, and the other observer is the same as having this, and yeah, that should work, right? Hopefully. There we go. I mean, the alignment was a bit weird. It went a little bit to the left, but that looks like it's aligned like horizontally, right? Or vertically, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna need to see what that was about with the left thing. Try using a slab for the arrow catcher. We could also catch them with a slab, I guess. But yeah, so far this seems to work. For some reason they go left. Now add a zombie wearing full enchanted armor. We're gonna test that for sure. Use like a non-full block for the pistons so the arrows land lower and go down quicker. Yeah, I could use that. I could do that, but so far it works. There are a bunch of hitboxes that I could use, actually. The problem is, like, this is just a scuffed version of it, but if I was to make one, like, with proper alignment and everything, I would go and I would look for the perfect hitbox and everything, which is not that hard. It's not as hard as it sounds. I can show you some of the code, actually. That could be interesting. I mean, I don't know if you're interested in that, but I would think it's interesting. Because I know many people don't have access to the proper code of Minecraft. But there's a bunch of things that you can learn from it. So let's add a window capture. We're gonna call it Minecraft code. I think it's this one. There we go. Oh, we might need to make that smaller. All right. So we're gonna close this. We're gonna see the libraries. If we go, this is the Minecraft code. It's deobfuscated. Although I saw that the latest versions have unobfuscated code. I haven't checked it out, but that's super interesting. So if we go to net Minecraft, here we go, and I think it's common. Net Minecraft server. Was it in a server? No, it's in world. And then we go to entity, and we go to projectile arrows. I don't know if it's an abstract arrow or an arrow, but like we can see here, like the info of everything, and it's really cleanly laid out as well, which is good. Oh, here we have the check for the ground, for example, in ground time. So I'm assuming those disable the knockback from the TNT. Base damage, time. We need to find where the info for the entity is, and actually I just remembered this might not be here. I think it was in, dang it, I always have it open, and this time I closed it for some reason, and now I need to remember how it's called. Let's put on some music, because apparently the playlist is over. If watching the code, or if looking at the code is interesting for you guys, I will keep doing it, but just let me know. Otherwise, we can just test it until it works, right? Okay, this music sounds like it could be interesting. I haven't heard this playlist, but hopefully it's good. So we're gonna put that. Anyways, let's look for the actual folder or the actual file. I think it's here in editing. Okay, open that. No, it's not. Never mind. You would like to see the code? Perfect. Entity reference, entity type. Maybe it's that one. Oh, here it is. There we go. We found it. So we're gonna close this. And here, if we look for arrow, okay, that's spectral arrow. We want normal arrow. Here we go. So we have here in this static dictionary or list or whatever that's called, we have the arrow defined. You want to code for a living? That's so fun. And so here in this arrow bit, or in this arrow line right here, we should be able to see, here it is, the width and the height of that arrow entity, and then the height is at 0.13. Normally we would have a center. Let me check on other entities to see how it goes. For example, here bat. No. Okay, so then we just have eye height. Oh, that's terrible music. Never mind. We're gonna change the playlist. I'm so sorry about that. This is how I get distracted, by the way. This is why I don't finish my projects. Okay, let's try this one. No, this is our piano. Never mind. Jazz. What kind of music do you like to hear? Like pop, rock? What genre would you like? We have rock essentials. Could be fun. Let's try it out. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Let me know if it's too loud. I will lower it. Okay, so Yeah, so here you can see like the size of every entity, every single entity. For example, recently I used it for wind charges. So if we look for wind charges here, and here you can see the size of the wind charge. So it has a 0.6 blocks of width and 1.95. Sorry, these are pixels for height, and the eye height in 1.62, right? I'm not on Twitch, no. I stopped multi-streaming a while ago. I used to do it, but I don't know, it's easier to just stick to one platform for specific things. For example, right now for the channel, I'm using YouTube for anything Redstone. And I thought maybe I could stream on Twitch like different games, because I also like to play, for example, Hogwarts Legacy right now, or Rocket League. I haven't had much time to play them, but I do like to play them. So anything else, I probably will stream on Twitch. Anyways, we can see the size of the arrow is 0.5 of a block. Oh yeah, these are a block. I'm so sorry. This is what happens when I'm streaming. My mind goes somewhere else. I don't know. But yeah, these are in blocks. There are some things in the code that are in pixels, and there are some things that are in blocks. So you have to make the distinction when you read the code, right? But yeah, it's 0.5 and 0.5, and I'm assuming either the center, the point that it uses for the calculations of the TNT is either in the eye height or at the very bottom of the hitbox, right? I wish I could remember where that was. I'm thinking in projectile, which is another class. Projectile. But honestly, to look that up is gonna be hard. So we can try both, I guess. And then, oh yeah, I was gonna show you. This is something super useful as well. If you want to align things against blocks, you can go into the block class. You can do a global search. And for example, if you want to see the hitbox of a bell, right? You would write bell block. And normally it's called like that. Yeah, here we go. A class. There's a bell block class. And then you can scroll all the way to the bottom, and here you have the sizes. So you have different shapes of bell. So shape ceiling, if it's attached to the ceiling, if it's attached to the floor, if it's attached to two walls, if it's attached to one wall. And then you can see the hitbox size in the different well, the bell is a complex one because it has different hitbox sizes. As you can see, it's more than 3 values. It's 4 actually. But for example, I don't know, let's do a simple one. Let's do a stone cutter, right? Stone cutter block. And here we have shape, and it has 3 values, right? Which is X, Y, and Z. And so the hitbox of a stone cutter is 16 pixels. This is stated in pixels, for example. So it would be 16 pixels, so that's a full block on the X side, so of width and of length. And then, oh, never mind. So this is not Y, this is the Y, so 9 pixels tall. I don't remember what this might be, actually. But yeah, you can infer what each of the values is just by looking at them. For example, you know that the stone cutter is full block on its base and then 9 pixels up or high. So yeah, you can see all of this in the code. And you can see how TNT is calculated, how much an item takes to despawn. Everything is super well stated, so it's not that difficult. It's not as difficult as people make it seem. So for example, here on the item entity, we can find tick. This is the main function that the item entity follows. And then pickup delay. They have a pickup delay before the player can pick them up again if they throw them, or as soon as the item entity is created, they also have a pickup delay. Then we should be able to see the despawn time. Here we go. This is the age. So if the age is not equal to minus 32,768 game ticks, then the age is gonna advance by 1 every game tick. And this value is important because you can create infinite items, like items that don't despawn, if you give them this age value, which is super cool, I guess. Yeah, and then let's see, there should be. Oh, this merging is how the items stack. So you can see that the hitbox is actually inflated a little bit, which I covered in one of the shorts, by the way. So by half a block, it inflates the hitbox so that it scans on that half a block extra if there are other item entities to be stacked with. Try to merge, mergeable, merge. So yeah, there's a bunch of things that you can learn from the code. As you can see, everything is very, very well labeled. This is so that it calculates the damage that an item gets. Really important for farms that involve explosions, for example. This is the data that you can get with the get data command, or data get. If a player is touching it to pick it up. Yeah, there's a bunch of things that you can learn, and it's very interesting. Here's where I get like a bunch of information for the shorts as well. With this, how many items can be launched with a cannon like arrows, TNT, and charges? Can you change state of bell, or does it break when block is moved? Okay. So let's go back to Minecraft, I guess. I don't know if you have any questions about the code. Like, there's a bunch of things that you can learn. Right now, I'm not gonna look through every block to see which is the perfect one for the arrows to land on the perfect spot, and then calculate the time it takes to fall so that it's perfectly aligned with the TNT. But you can do that. You could do that for a very precise contraption, right? Honestly, I'm happy with how it is right now, except for that left thing. I don't know why that is happening. Oh, I know. I think one of you mentioned it. I just didn't read the message. But it's the piston triggering again, right? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes so much sense. Okay, let's add a proper pulse extender here. We're gonna add one of the classic ones, right? So we do that, and then we just connect this repeater. So that would be, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 16. Okay, so 10. So we need to pass some of this delay to there. Does that do it? No, actually, we're gonna do it the easy way. We're just gonna add the delay here. Like that, so that would turn on after this. So maybe we'll add a bit more delay here. So that would turn after this one, this one, this one. It would turn right here. We want it to turn on after this one, so we're gonna add a bit more delay. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we've gone a bit too far. There we go. That should work. Just a very scuffed solution. Perfect alignment. There we go. I mean, I don't know if it's perfect, but it looks very nice. Okay, we managed to do it. So now let's try with the zombie, right? So you said we should summon a zombie with armor, right? Actually, let's do this. Let's do stand right here. Summon zombie. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do can pick up loot. I think it's 1B. Yeah, it won't go anywhere because this is more than 4 blocks. It's actually one more. Yeah, 5 blocks. And then we're gonna give it netherite armor just to see. Maybe that's too much, but we'll see. Oh, you were asking, I forgot, I'm so sorry. With this, how many items can be launched with a cannon like arrows, TNT, and charges? You can launch as many as you want, as many as your RAM allows, right? So the TNT, it calculates the trajectory or the ray casting of the TNT for every entity that is in range, right? So you could have as many entities as you'd like, as long as your computer can handle it, right? Then, can you change the state of bell, or does it break when block is moved? Bells, unfortunately, cannot be moved. They break. So if you try to push them with a piston, they break. So you can only change the shape by replacing it. And I don't think a trapdoor would work, because it will also break, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it breaks. So yeah, the only way to set the bell's shape is by placing it. I think. As far as I'm aware, I guess. So let's give this zombie some armor. There we go, a fancy zombie. And let's try it out. We'll do one arrow only, because I'm pretty sure, well, actually I don't remember, but I think it might be limited to how many arrows can damage an entity every time. Oh dang it, we missed. Oh goodness, we missed. Okay, so let's make a hole here, because we're gonna need to lower it by 1 block. Here we go. Kablamo, 1 hit. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful right there. Here we go. There we go. A very scuffed rail cannon or railgun in the live stream. Redstone on camera. It worked. Which I'm surprised it worked. Get Turtle Master or something. Let's get Turtle Master, I guess. Would that work for arrows or for projectiles? I think that works only for explosions. Honestly, I don't use as many potions as I should in game. I have so many auto brewer designs, but I never build them in survival for some reason. But let's see. Let's do Turtle Master. So it gives slowness 4 and resistance 3. Is that the higher it goes? No, it can go to resistance 4. Okay. So let's give it to them. Let's summon a zombie. Give them some armor. Give it some armor, and we give it a Toro Master Potion. How much is... Oh, it only lasts 20 seconds, so we're gonna need to activate this first. We could do it with commands and give it an infinite effect, but I'm lazy. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, dang it. That was too slow. Also, I think I blocked the arrow. I mean to wipe P of items. Like launching a totem of undying. Oh, I see. Okay, so you want to launch items instead. That might not be possible because they blew up. Oh no, I was too slow. This is so fun. Actually, I think we might be fine with throwing the potion before activating the machine. It isn't that slow. Are we missing pants? No, we're missing chest plates. Oh, let's throw the potion. Yeah, it can't resist the arrow then. You saw it took damage, but it resisted the blast. So let's see, data, get, entity. This one. So that is so confusing. Let's do hell. 9. Yeah, it only did 1 heart. Oh no, it's 20 hearts that the zombie has, right? So it did 11 hearts of damage. Not bad, honestly. You want to use protection 4 instead of the Turtle Master. See how it goes. Let's do that. We're gonna enchant all of this with protection 4. There we go. What do you think? Is it gonna survive or not? Like launching a totem of undying. Yeah, I was gonna make some tests or do some tests with that because I'm not sure if blowing up a shulker box will give the momentum that it already had from the TNT to the items inside. I don't think it will. Yeah, no, it doesn't. So I don't know if there's a way in which you can launch items with TNT, unfortunately. Wind charges also don't work very well because items have a lot of friction. Look, they don't even move. Oh, actually, never mind. That's because it calculates the ground, that it's in the ground. So I'm not sure if in water would work. Let's try it out. Yeah, because I'm not fast enough to time it so that I can hit it when it's falling. So we're gonna try it on water. Let's do some signs. Oops. No, it doesn't work. Yeah, I don't know what's the best way of launching items other than slime, to be honest. I might look into that for sure. Just made a redstone clock with the bell. Ah, you just made a redstone clock with the bell. That's cool, yeah. You can do observers, right, with the bell. Oh, you need to parry the redstone, I think. Yeah, there we go. That's a bell clock. I don't think I have. We do have volume. I don't know why it's not. Oh, you can hear it a little bit. Resistance 5 negates all damage, so resistance 4 is very strong. Makes sense, makes sense. I'm not very familiar with how resistance and protection works, because I've never been interested in it, to be honest. But I will look for it, or I will look into that for sure when making the shorts. I still need to make the whole farms arc, but that's a big arc for the shorts. I need to include like 3 farms, I need to include techniques to detect blocks, I need to include mobs, spawning mechanics, all of that. Okay, so prod 4 does help the zombie a little bit. So let's see, let's check on its health. Oh, okay, it took like, what's that, 0.55? So that would be half a heart, right? Oh, never mind. Is that? Dang it, I don't remember how these are set. Okay, that was like 10 hearts. Or 10 health points, I think. Something like that. It is not bad, honestly. Like 2 arrows and you could probably one-shot it. Well, I don't know if arrows can be stacked in the damage they make, so let's test it out. Oh, that's protection 4. Here we go. We're gonna try with multiple arrows and see if that would work. Holy cow, you saw that? It bounced off the arrows. There they are, look at that. That's so fun. So yeah, I think only 1 arrow can do damage at a time, unfortunately. Oh. Yeah, I did the exact same amount of damage. I gotta go soon. No worries, no worries. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good rest or have a good day, whatever you're gonna do. Alright, my punch is protected by the armor. That makes sense, yeah. So it was 1 heart, then. There's one very stupid way to test it. I'm gonna give myself some damage. Actually, what am I doing? I have a mod for that. Oh, I'm stupid. Show hearts, true. There we go. Yep, that's half a heart. So the arrow cannon is not bad. I think the arrow damage that you deal is calculated through speed. So maybe if you want to make it more powerful, let's actually refill those dispensers with TNT. There we go. You can probably place like double the amount of TNT, right? So if we do something like this for every comparator, and then we'll put some dispensers on this side. And then we need another one here. And we're gonna update the dispensers after they fire, because of quasi-connectivity. You always gotta do that. And then we just stack this. Is it aligned? It is aligned, perfect. And then we're gonna resummon the zombie. Yep, there we go. Double the damage. And you can do that for the 4 sides of the column. Anyways, there we go. That's a narrow cannon, or a railgun. Oops. Anything you'd like to see apart from this? We still have like half an hour of streaming, so we have a little bit of time. Oh yes, the trading hall. I forgot. I'm so sorry. This is the trading hall. Yeah, this is a very simplified version of the villager's head for the door. And so I made a video about this trading hall. It was a while ago, so it's not really updated. It's what I thought would be fun to have in a trading hall. But it basically has a few features, right? So we have the golden apples to cure the villager automatically. It has a detector for when the villager is cured. I don't know if you know that trick. I will cover it at some point in the shorts when I get to farms and things. But it's a pretty fun trick. So if you have a villager on a rail on a minecart, it is a bit higher, or its hitbox is a bit higher, so it can reach... Oh, what am I? Villager. So let's do this. Let's add a powered rail. Solid block. Power that. Oops. What are you doing, guy? Get in the minecart. In the minecart, please. Dang it. There we go. So yeah, when you have the villager in the cart... Oh, dang it. Let's stop it right there. It actually touches the string up here. I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to see. Yeah, it's really hard to see. But it's inside the string, like slightly inside the string. So when it's a zombie, you can see that the observer will trigger. There, it triggered because it's actually lower. So you can detect when it's cured by having that string up there, and that's what we use here in the chamber, right? And so whenever it's cured, it gets sent off, and then you can program where you want the villager to go by curving the rails, right? So right now that cell is occupied by a villager. So if you send a minecart, it will go to the next one. And then if a villager is inside the string of this one, we're just gonna test it ourselves. you can see the rail changes its shape, and then it will go to the next one, and so on and so forth. So that's what this villager trading hall does. It arranges, it orders the villagers per cell automatically, and then you can dispose of the villagers or send them somewhere. So for example, right there we have a villager librarian, and so I believe we can send them off with this. Yeah, you can send them off, and right now it's set to end up over here, which is nothing. This would be connected to wherever you need your villagers to go. However, you can set things here. So for example, we can request a villager from the farm up here. I don't know if it has any villagers in. No, it's not. It's empty. So this is a breeder. So you can request a villager from here. And actually we have a test here to see if a villager is a baby, which would be touching the pressure plate but not touching the tripwire up here, or if it's an adult, which would be touching the tripwire. So whenever it's an adult, we can request a villager, right? And that lamp would turn on. Then we can activate it so that the system dispenses armor onto the villager when it's passing through. We can activate or deactivate that. I don't remember. This is here, okay, with the dispensers. Right now it's empty, but you can set armor here, and then whenever the villager is passing through this rail already set to be sent to its cell, it will put armor on it, right? Oh, yeah, goodbye, Red Blue. Nice to have you. Any other mobs that are the same for the thing? I don't think there are any mobs that are the same. Where here? Yeah, I don't think there are any mobs that actually change their state and can be detected that way. It's specific for villagers, because when they are zombies, they can actually sit on the minecart, right? We also have the zombification option. So instead of sending our villagers over there, we can set it to be sent so that they be sent to be zombified again. And we can actually do it with this guy. So we'll follow that way, and it will land there. So whenever it detects it's zombified, it will send it here, and we can cure it by activating this. We can grab our apple, our gapple. We can send a potion, then we can start curing it, right? We also can activate the disposal of villagers, and it would just send them to burn in lava. And it collects the minecarts as well. And then we have the manual override for the potion brewer, which I think it just enables it or disables it. We have a potion brewer, an automatic potion brewer for the weakness potions up here. And then for trading, we have two options. We can either trade with the villager and just dump everything down there. You can see that the items will go through and land on that water stream so that we can send them to a proper collection system and sorting system. Or we can put them in these shulker boxes, which I think the shulker boxes are red with the comparator. Yeah. So we are detecting when they are... Oh. Wait a second, what are we detecting? Oh, never mind. This is not the system for the shulker boxes. No, I'm so sorry. It's been a while since I've used this system. It's actually for emeralds. So whenever the shulker box has emeralds inside, we can get them to trade from the cell up here. And then when it's empty, it should replace it with another box. Of course, it's empty right now. But then the box goes into these chests here at the back. So yeah, that's for emeralds. I totally found a better way of doing this afterward. but I didn't include it in the video. So this is it for that. What else do we have? We can refill the armor dispensers by putting armor in these chests. And I think that's about it for the system, for this system in particular. It was a very simple one, but with all the functionalities, right? There are some that could be detected in a corner or no. Oh, I see what you mean. Well, I think I see what you mean. So like mobs that are too fat, so that when they are passing in a corner, they, for example, are detected here. Yeah, I think that is very compact. Thank you. Yeah. I think maybe. Like we could probably make the mob go through here and detect it. Maybe a shulker, actually. I had never thought about that, actually. It's gonna be very quick, so watch out for the pulse in that observer. Yeah, there you go. The shulker can be detected. Oh, never mind. It's the minecart. So no. Oh yeah. Also, the shulker is the size of the minecart, I guess. Yeah, there might be some mobs. For example, the Ravager is really fat. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. So yeah, the Ravager could be probably detected here if the minecart already doesn't touch that. Oh, it's gonna be hard to move that. Never mind. Yeah, there we go. We can detect the Ravager there. And let's see if that will work for the minecart. No. So yeah, the Ravager is one mob that you can do that, I guess. So yeah, good idea, actually. I don't know what it would be useful for. Maybe sorting mobs. But yeah, I guess you could try it with more mobs. See if some of them could be detected somehow in that way. The other trading system, the other big trading system that I have, and I have not finished, is in the Let's Play, which... Oh, I don't have it in this installation. Let me migrate it real quick. Because it's the same version, it's just a different instance of Minecraft. Because I don't like to play with this many mods in survival. So yeah. If I can find it. Yeah, I found it. There we go. Here it is. Oh, I think we have gamma activated. Yep. This is my other big trading hole that I have, or that I can show you. This is way different, and it's just personally how I like to have my trading hall in this world. So we have this emerald station right here, and I can get emeralds, and whenever we run out, a new box can be dispensed. So I shouldn't have done that. There we go. And this thing is fed with shulker boxes of blocks of emeralds. Whenever raid farms still worked, I had a lot of those, so I put them in this system, and it basically crafted all of those boxes of blocks of emeralds into normal emeralds. Actually, we still have a few up here, I think. Yeah, just a couple. And then the rest are crafted into emeralds, and I can access that somehow. Here they are. These are all full of emeralds. Yeah, I really need to finish the build for this, because right now it's looking very bare bones. So yeah, whenever I have trades to do, I come here, I grab my emeralds, I go to trade, and then I return and I put the emeralds that I have left back. So I think it's very convenient, honestly. We have our automatic request of villagers. So we have a breeding station up here. Let's deactivate the mob things. There we go. We have a breeder up here. It's a very simple breeder. I could have used a better one, because right now it's very slow to produce villagers. Hey, welcome. So yeah, we have the system to detect when we can request a villager, which is this redstone lamp right there. We request one, and then we have an automatic brewer up here that will automatically keep brewing potions as we need it, or as we need them. Then we have a few automatic systems here. This is to request a villager, and so then it will see it here, which is where I would give them a profession. Although in the recent version this doesn't work for some reason. So yeah, we can activate this, which is to, whenever the villager finishes zombifying or being cured, actually, it gets sent to wherever we want it, and the next villager that is sitting here is sent to be zombified. If we activate this, it will request a new villager from up there whenever the one here goes to be zombified, and this deactivates the zombification. So yeah, those are the things that we have right now. Oh, we requested a thing, a villager, sorry. What is the reason for magnet blocks in the villager area? Good question. So baby villagers are less than a block high, so they can jump onto here, and they would stop being detected, and when they grow they would get stuck, right? So we trick their path finding so that they don't jump up here by placing magma blocks, which would cause them damage. So yeah, that's that. And then we have a control panel back here, so we can select to which district we're gonna send the villagers, right? So for example, this one is the districts for clerics, so we can select the brewing stand. And we have a very overcomplicated selection system here that changes all of these turns in the rails, so that the villagers, when they finish being zombified or being cured, oh sorry, yeah, a piston like retracts this slime block, they fall down, and depending on where it's set to, it will go a certain way. So for example, right now it would go this way, it would fall down, it would follow the rails this way, and it would end up in the clerics district, right? And so in the clerics district, we have our option to trade. We have the same system with the water, so we can just throw all of our things that we're trading down there, and they would end up in our storage over there. We'll get to that in a moment. Then we have this no block right here that right now is blocked. This is to basically dispose of the villager or send it somewhere, right? So if we open the trapdoor and we click this no block, I'm not gonna do it because, yeah, I don't want to do that. But it will make the villager land on this chest, which is less than a full block. So it would basically like go through the chest and land on this rail, right? And then from there we can send it off somewhere. So we have this no block right here to send it off somewhere. It will send it all the way to the middle here, as if it was gonna be zombified again, but instead it resends it to, or it redirects it to whichever district is selected. So for example, we could move that cleric to the librarian's district by just turning on this lamp and hitting this no block and then this one, right? And then if we didn't have a workstation here, we can cover that. Just an aesthetics thing for when this thing is fully decorated, which will not be soon. And yeah, that's how it works. We also have the automatic rerouting of the villagers. And actually, yeah, this district is full, but we can find another one that isn't. For example, I'm pretty sure this one over here has no villagers. Yeah. So this is for the shepherds, and I haven't filled it up. But if we want a villager to land here, we can click this no block. Yeah, there we go. A little bit of lag there. But the lamp turn off, and then that means a villager can be requested for there. And when the villager is in here, the lamp will turn on again, and that means a villager cannot, or well, any villager cannot be sent to that cell. It's already occupied, right? And yeah, you can select which cell to send your villager to. This is so that it was easier to move villagers around the whole system, because this is a very large system, right? We have like a district for each profession of villager, and we have over 100 villagers in this area, right? And then another thing that we have is, of course, the sorting of things. So that's my boat that I threw in the system. Right now, the non-stackables are all ending in this chest, but I would add a bit of a thing here for the non-stackables to use them to craft dispensers or something, probably. But yeah, the rest of the system, let me sleep, because it's getting dark. The rest of the system here is a storage room, a big storage room, because sometimes I want to come here for resources rather than spend time trading with the villagers and waiting for them to restock and all. So there would be days that I would just do that, right? Trade with villagers, wait for them to restock, trade again, and send all the items to be sorted in this system. And for example, I'm still missing all the decorations for this as well. But for example, we have redstone blocks, right, that we got from the clerics. And I would just come here and grab redstone blocks from the shulker boxes, or the lamps that are on here means that we already have full shulker boxes of that item. For example, golden carrots, right? So one day that I'm in a rush or something, I can just come here and grab shulker boxes full of the resources that the villagers already trade. And we have a ton of things. So like we have golden carrots, we have ender pearls, we have glass, we have lapis lazuli, we have emeralds. For the emeralds, I'm still yet to make the system that would get all of these blocks of emeralds and send them back to the station there. So yeah, we have basically everything that we can trade for, right? Bookshelves, clocks, chisel stone bricks, white terracotta, and we have, oh goodness, I fell down. We have an option to use the crafter, actually. For example, the redstone blocks are crafted from redstone dust, but we also have on the other side, on the opposite side here, we have an option to craft bricks, flower pots, or decorative pots from actual bricks. And for example, here is the Masons district, right? So we can select which one we want. For example, we want pots. So any bricks that we trade from the Masons are gonna be turned into pots, right? So right now the pots are selected and they're gonna be crafted here. And yeah, these are programmable systems, right? We can program the crafter to be used or not used for example, I don't know, terracotta that cannot be crafted into anything, right? It is a massive system, but I'm having so much fun with it. It's so cool. And we also have the option to send the villagers somewhere else by selecting this rail line, and it would send them to wherever we connect that rail to. So yeah, I was forgetting, sorry. We have iron farms here. Right now they're not active. Some of them broke, so I need to fix them. For example, this one has no villagers in. But we have 4 iron farms that are always running and are always producing iron around the system. Right now they're not hooked to anything, so just a shulker box, and well, they're not working, right? I really need to fix them. But when they're working, they produce a lot of iron, because all the time that I spend here trading for things, that's time that the iron farms are working, right? And so yeah, whenever I have time, I will connect this to the storage system to also get iron blocks. And yeah, that's the villager system. I guess the only thing I'm missing is this part here. This is an automatic shulker box crafter. So all of these storage slices are connected to this hopper line, which have shulker boxes. And then whenever it runs out of shulker boxes, of empty shulker boxes, it just crafts a new one, right? We also can grab shulker boxes directly from the hoppers, and it will refill itself. That's why we have stairs here, so that we have access to the hoppers all around the system. So I don't have to run to a specific place to grab an empty shulker box. I just can come here and grab one. So yeah, I think that's good. We also have eyes down there because we can actually request to send shulker boxes all around the system to be sent to a specific place, right? That is not connected yet, but that's what it's meant to be. So if we hit this no block, it will send 1 shulker box from this large chest into that water stream, and it's gonna send it, I don't know, to a crafter or whatever, right? And yeah, this door right here is where the nether portal is gonna be at some point. And I think that's about it. Yeah. This is so good. Thank you. Yeah. So well thought. Yeah, I spent a little bit of time thinking about the system and everything that I wanted to have. I wanted it to have. Right? It's still in construction, as it's very clearly evident, but that's the state it's at right now. Oh, that song is crazy. We still have like 6 minutes, so we better start wrapping it up. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. Anything you'd like to see like last minute? I can show you very quickly. Otherwise, I guess I can fly through the world. Maybe show a few things that we have in the Let's Play. This is our nether hub. I still haven't finished the tunnels, but these are tunnels, and they are supposed to have rails on top of the ice so that we can move either through soul sand, through ice boating, or through or via minecart, or flying. Right? They also have enough space for flying. Oops. So this is our nether hub. They are color coded so that we know in which direction we're going, and everything is labeled. Of course, this is all in construction. I don't have anything finished basically in this world, to be honest. This is the Halloween area, which is one of my favorite areas in the world. We have a minigame, the first minigame I ever designed. And it's supposed to be like a race. You have to hit all of these target blocks, like if you were ringing on houses on Halloween Day. So you have to go through these drip leaves and throw snowballs at these target blocks, and try not to fall down through the drip leaves, right? And if you hit all of the targets successfully and reach to the other side, then you win, right? And I say I'm not organized. I'm not organized. I mean, I don't have a single thing that is finished in this world, I don't think. Because I keep starting new projects rather than finishing old ones. We have that mansion over there, or that sort of castle, I guess, that is kind of like a monster house. That over there, it's a mansion. It's supposed to be a mini game, kind of like inspired in Decked Out, where you have to fulfill things. This one is not very advanced. I have the proper one here, which is also not very advanced, but I have systems in here. So for example, this one generates silverfish to basically appear in the world in certain rooms of the house, so that they bother the player, I guess. We have this system that basically indicates how much time you have to pass the minigame, and it does it by turning on and off those campfires. I think it was with this button. Let's check. So it wasn't. Maybe it was with this one though. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, they turn on. And then I guess you start a clock that I'm yet to build, but the clock would sound a pulse every so often, so that each of these campfires get turned off in sequence. And that's the time you have to complete the game, basically. And then... oh, also one cool thing about this is you don't have any visible dispensers around the campfires. Then it has systems to put items, specific items in barrels and things. Systems to close off areas, like for example staircases and things. I haven't finished the minigame, as it is also very evident. This closes off this staircase right here by moving these blocks out of the way. But yeah, it was supposed to be a fun minigame. We can also close the entrance to basically lock the player inside the mansion. If I remember how this works, I think this. So now the door is closed or blocked. And then we turn it off. And there we go, it's unlocked. So yeah, it was supposed to be a cool minigame. Here are the systems and the experiments that I've been working on. But honestly, it's been a while since I've done any advancements on it. Besides the code for the lecterns, I don't know, and I feel like lecterns have a hidden thing about them. I guess we have a little bit of time. We can extend the thing to check out the code if you want. Just real quick. Oops, I'm not in global search. This is global search. I've never seen the code for lecterns, actually. Now that I think about it. But here it is. So you have the lectern menu. We have specific variables to state out the, I guess these are pages. This is previous page, next page, take book, etc, etc. Okay, this is set changed, so I'm assuming this is to change the slot of the lectern, because it actually has a slot for the book. The menu, get inventory, player drop book. So yeah, it basically drops the book if the lectern. Okay, so if the book is if the inventory is full of the player, then it drops the book. Yeah, that's basically all the code there is for the lectern. There are a few other classes that I saw there, I think, or maybe not. Oh, lectern block, there we go. So this is all the properties of the block, like for example, what direction it's facing, if it's gonna be powered, if it has a book inside of it, all of the block states that we care about for the observer, for example. This is the lectern has a specific shape, so I'm assuming this is the function for the weird shape it has. It does block light, apparently. Or maybe it doesn't. Return to... Yeah, no, it has light occlusion. This is another part for the shape. This is so that it can be rotated. It can be apparently mirrored. If it has a book, this is the function to place the book inside of it. This is the code that generates a signal every time a book is changed. And here you can see that it generates a 2 game tick signal. You could actually change that in the code in a mod or something. And you can create a 1 game tick signal if you want or something. It's just real cool. Yeah, it only powers or strongly powers the block below, so it has to send an update as well. It does create the redstone signal next to the lectern. Here it creates a signal strength of 15, as it would. This is the function to create the signal strength when read with a comparator. This is when you use an item on the lectern. And that's about it. This is the code that you use to make a librarian villager detect the lectern, right? And this is the shape that you have for the lectern. This one and this one. So there you go. Is it possible to be sent this? I don't know how I would be able to send you this, but sure. I mean, if you're in my Discord server, I can probably send you a snippet of this for sure. If you find anything interesting while checking it out, let me know. That would be very cool. Congrats on 12K. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The dispensers cycle between water bucket and flint and steel. Correct. They do. It's a little system that I made here with a minecart. So this dispenser is empty, but eventually it would have either a water bucket or a flint and steel, right? So yeah, you basically power it before the minecart can extract it again from the dispenser. And you can see inside of the minecart, let's go into spectator, maybe we can see. Yeah, there it is, the flint and steel, and down here is the bucket. So it basically cycles through them. If we, like you can see in this one, we have the flint and steel on the minecart, right? Because it already used it to turn on the campfire. So if we trigger this observer, you can see that that one triggered, and now the minecart has a water bucket inside of it. It basically cycles through them, and then the flint and steel is down there. There you go. That's how that system works. It requires very specific timings, of course. But it's really compact, in my opinion. I'm really proud of this one. You just joined under Cool Alex. Cool, I'll send you something there. You can put mending on flint and steel. I'm pretty sure it has mending. Yeah, I'm breaking 3 and mending. There you go. Obviously, the mending is not very useful when you have it in a redstone contraption, unless you come and like extract them from the system to fix them. But yeah, the Unbreaking 3 is actually really useful because it makes them last like so long. So it's really cool. Anyways, it's really late for me already. So I really need to wrap this up already. Thank you so much for watching. I will greet you all to on the Discord server. I know some of you joined, which is really cool. Thank you so much. Also, thank you so much for stopping by on the stream. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. Yeah, 12k is crazy, and we're on our road for 13k, which is amazing. I'm gonna try, like today we're not gonna have another short, unfortunately, because it's already kind of late. But I'm gonna try to take again the daily shorts as much as I can. Hopefully my busy week is over tomorrow. Fingers crossed, and I can return to daily shorts next week, but we'll see. Obviously, I cannot promise anything. But yeah, I really would like to return to proper daily shorts, right? At least until we run out of ideas for the Redstone Basic series, which probably won't happen very soon. Can you give a zombie a flint and steel to heal it? No, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure mending doesn't work with mobs. You need to have it held by the player before you could actually hold the item on your... No, how did it work before? Oh, I don't remember how it worked, but I think you could use a wolf to apply mending to an item that the wolf had, and you held it in your hand or something like that was the thing before. But I think nowadays you just have to heal it yourself by holding it yourself. Yeah, I definitely would love to stream more for sure. I will try to make a stream at least every month or so. Maybe later we'll up it to every week or so. But again, nothing to promise here, because I'm not really sure. Unfortunately, I don't have a very stable schedule right now. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will leave you now. If you joined the Discord, you can chat with me through there. Otherwise, leave a comment. I do read them. I haven't been replying to them lately. I will try to start replying to them probably tomorrow or on Sunday. But I do read them. And I do see all of your ideas. Thank you so much. It's amazing. And yeah, let's hope for more growth for the channel, right? See you. Oops.